Hey, what's happening, Power Rangers fans? It's Stage 8 of Power Rangers here on the KwingsLetsPlays channel. Don't forget to mash that like button for your favorite Power Ranger that's represented in this game. You can see we have all of them. So it's time for Dino Thunder Power Up! It's so cold! Is the Armada really in a place like this? Yeah, they said the ship here was huge! Meaning we may be closer to ending this war. It's actually kind of funny, when I left on vacation, my home actually got snow. But now there's no snow, which makes me sad. But at least right here in Stage 8, it's a winter wonderland for Dino Thunder. Ha! And if people are expecting a lot of lore about Dino Thunder, I watched like maybe 5 to 6 episodes, and I did watch the episode where Tommy fought himself, Fighting Spirit, which was an interesting episode. I was kind of surprised that he didn't fight Turbo Red, because he did have those powers, but he gave them to TJ, so... And then TJ and Zordon and whatever gave the powers to robots or something. I don't really understand that. But I really wanted to play as Connor, even though he's not the strongest ranger, but I wanted to show him in action, and we'll do the best we can. He'll probably end up getting killed, though, just so everybody's aware of that. Yeah. Mainly because of Mr. Putty here, who likes to charge at people with his sword. Didn't your mother ever say, don't run with scissors, you jerk? Thanks, Yellow. Mellow Yellow. Ugly guy in black suit. I don't know what show you're from, I'm sorry. This guy's nuts. I fear the spear, okay? You gotta hit me more than that so I can use my super move. If you guys want to do better at this game, I strongly recommend blocking. Except not to block until... Not to block until you almost die. That was scary. Yeah, I'm gonna break some more of these. Now, the Red Samurai Ranger, Operation Overdrive, and Dino Thunder guy can break obstacles, secret passageways, and things like that. And it usually just has a bunch of health items for you, so... But, you know, if you don't have a lot of money, or didn't buy a lot of Ranger coins, then that's a good thing. Because you can actually get those again. Going down, Putty Face. Silly Putty. Eat staff to face! Ranger staff! No! Get away! No! I was nowhere near him! Connor! See? This is the reason why I play as Jason. And this unnecessary Ranger death doesn't happen. Now, Abba Ranger was totally different than the Dino Thunder. I know that. I did watch that. And one of the interesting things that I remember about that Sentai show is the Red Ranger had a daughter. And, you know, he was talking to her on her cell phone and all kinds of stuff, and she was in America. So it was always kind of cute that he was never too busy when he was in Ranger form to talk to his little girl. I really thought that was adorable. And, of course, in the US, Power Rangers Dino Thunder was basically like, kind of Mighty Morphin. The kids were in high school, and, you know, they were trying to do a Power Rangers Turbo type thing again with a new class of teenagers. But what's funny is the teenagers and the show itself was pretty much a remake of Mighty Morphin. You had the teenagers with attitude, the jock character Jason was Connor, and he was a soccer player. Ethan, the Blue Ranger, was essentially Billy, you know, the nerdy guy, did all the tech stuff. And I forgot her name. It'll probably come to me later, but the Yellow Ranger was basically Kimberly. She was always singing, playing her guitar, and acting like all ditzy and things like that. Yeah, I don't think I'll remember her name. Sorry, folks. It's been too long. Was it Kara? Kira? Might have been Kira. Stay alive, Connor. Don't die on me, man. I wanna have the two Tyrannosaurus Rangers, like, right next to each other, because it's cool. No! We did it!
Rangers.
Woohoo! Level up. Alright, so Connor got a little bit stronger, but not strong enough, unfortunately. I'm trying to make these episodes go a little bit faster, so I'm going to be skipping the Ranger selection screen. I brought back Connor because I wanted to talk a little bit more about Dino Thunder. Now, I might be wrong about a lot of this, but I just want to go over that. So, the three Rangers were essentially clones of Jason, Billy, and Kimberly. We got that. Now, Tommy is a mentor figure, and literally, he's like one of their high school teachers. So, and he goes by the name of Professor Oak, or Professor O, or whatever. No, he's Professor Oak would be Pokemon. He's Professor O, for, short for Oliver. Dr. O. He eventually gets the Black Ranger powers, and he actually kind of does an inside joke, which was funny for Power Ranger fans. He was saying, I have to go out shopping, and they're like, for what? He's like, I don't have enough black clothing. And it's like, haha, everybody laughs because that's what the Power Rangers always wear, their color. That's just their thing. Also, the White Ranger, which I forget his name, he starts out as evil, and then he becomes good, so it's totally the Green Ranger story all over again. Now, what's interesting in the Sentai counterpart, the, I guess you would say the senpai or the teacher figure was the White Ranger, and he ends up dying. The Black Ranger is an interesting character altogether because he's guarding, like, the different dinosaur spirits in this, I don't know, some type of dimension, which is different than, of course, the Dino Thunder show. So Black Ranger wasn't around all that much. He had to show up when things got really, really bad. But White Ranger in the Japanese version was the teacher or senpai of the students, and he ends up dying. So, yeah, which is similar to what happened to the Green Ranger in the Japanese version. But just like Tommy, the White Ranger, he had kind of his own Zord doing his own thing, and it was the Power Rangers who rescued him, and then he joined them. Although, not right away at first. He kind of did his own thing as like a independent ranger, going and beating people up, and eventually he does join up, but I don't really know the reason behind it. Maybe it's because the White Ranger wasn't around all that much. But the White Ranger and the Red Ranger fought on a couple occasions, which they fought a lot more in the Sentai version. So, and if you guys know where I could actually watch a lot of these Sentai series, please feel free to let me know in the comments below. I know that they're not on Hulu or some other stuff, and I've tried to talk to some of the guys on Ranger Board about it, but a lot of them are just kind of like, buy the DVDs, and it's like, I don't know if the DVDs are subtitled, so yeah, that might not work for me. Going down, clown, or in this case, putty. So yeah, how the American version ends is I'm pretty sure that the Rangers lose their powers, whereas the ABBA Rangers, they don't lose their powers, but they lose two members. The White Ranger dies, like, on his Zord, flying off into space as he's bleeding to death, and the Black Ranger goes back to his dinosaur dimension, and then the other Rangers just go their separate ways. Stage 8-2 clear. Sweet. There you go, Connor. It's been a while, but it's time for a Zack attack. Well, I mean, even though we're playing as Zack, I'm going to talk about Adam. I know the world is going to be destroyed. Namely, the Once a Ranger episode, which always bugged me. I mean, I love the episode. It was cool to see Adam back in action, but why did he have to come back as the Black Ranger? He totally could have been the Green Zeo Ranger because he never lost his powers. This is the thing I don't understand about that. It's like, even in the Power Rangers in Space episode, when he uses the Mastodon coin, it's like all broken and he's risking his life to morph. Like, his molecules could have exploded at the speed of light. See, Adam's Black Mighty Morphin Power Ranger powers are just copied off of Zack. Zack still had his powers. In fact, he still has the Mastodon coin when he shows up in Super Megaforce. So, the fact that Adam didn't use his Zeo powers again until the Legendary War, that just bugs me. because, like I've said in previous episodes, the Zeo powers continue to get stronger. Not just after every battle, they'd continue to grow and get more powerful. That's what Zordon stated. So all the Rangers would have to do is, again, just have a massive sleepover or just stay up all night playing video games in Ranger form, and they would level up. So, I mean, Adam could be like this super mega extreme Ranger as a Green Ranger, like leading all these other Rangers from different Disney shows. He was the only Ranger from a Saban show to show up in that Once a Ranger episode. They had Kira, they had the Blue Ranger from Ninja Storm, they had a guy from SPD, and they had a Green Ranger from Mystic Force. And I don't know any of their names, but the premise was interesting. The Rangers lost their powers because a morphing grid was severed. So then their guardian or their guardian or their senpai or teacher or whatever, their Zordon-like character, contacted 5 past Rangers and had Adam lead them. And the episode was really cool because Adam still has it, like in terms of martial arts. He was awesome. Morphed and unmorphed, it was great to see Adam back in action. But again, the fact that he had the Black Power Ranger thing, it just kind of bugged me. Zeo, was not quite as popular as Mighty Morphin, but it would have been awesome to see the Zeo powers again. And I think Walter actually came back to do a villain, like the voice of a villain on that. So it was like a Ranger reunion, kind of. But what was really cool about that is in the Operation Overdrive things, Adam was able to use a lot of the powers and the Zords of the current Rangers. So that was a nice way to do it. And then at the end of the episode, they're like, the other Rangers are like, well, we don't have our powers, so we're just going to quit. And, Adam and the other Once a Rangers stay on to do whatever, like take over. And their powers are so much better in terms of just Ranger experience that they really don't have any problems. But what I hated about the second episode is they have it that even though these guys quit and whatever, the other Rangers are just like, yeah, we're just going to retire again because we've had our time in the sun. It reminded me of the Forever Red episode when a lot of these past Rangers came back. They were even more powerful than when they were teenagers as Rangers. They were like super strong. So, but whatever. It all had to be about showing off the Disney Rangers. But it was still a pretty cool episode. I like how Adam did so many cool things and really showed what he had as a leader. And you never really got to see a lot of that. You got to see glimpses of it when Tommy wasn't on screen during Zeo and before Jason came back. You got to see Johnny really shine as a Zeo Ranger and kind of leading the other guys into battle. Same thing with Turbo. But Once a Ranger really cemented that, Adam would have made a fantastic leader. So, but yeah, he should have been the Zeo Ranger. I'm done. I'm done with that little rant. But the episode's pretty awesome. You guys should check it out. It's called Once a Ranger. And it's amazing, so go watch it. Now, the reason why I'm playing as Kimmy is I wanted to give Kimmy another shot, so to speak. I wasn't quite done with her because I like how she's very different than any other Ranger in this game. Because she has no attack other than just using her bow. That's her punching ability. And I've always been a fan of the couple that never was, Kimberly and Jason. Now, what I said in Forever Red, that previous episode, was that Kimberly and Jason were supposed to get together, and when he was supposed to die in Forever Red, Tommy was going to call her and, tell her, Jason fell in battle, and it was going to be like this thing like, oh, we didn't even know that Jason got together with Kimmy, so it would have been a nice, inclusion, but I think they hint at it toward the script in Hexagon Rangers that Kimmy was Jason's girl, and even when the show started, they had this kind of thing between Kimberly and the Red Ranger. Now, that's because in Japan, the Red Ranger and the Pink Ranger kind of had a thing. she was a princess and he was a prince, so it kind of made sense that they get together. Just like later in the Sentai Dino Charge, I can't say the name of it, but the Red Ranger and the Pink Ranger, even though she's a Triceratops Ranger, they get together, and then in the future, like 100 years later, their grandkids are Power Rangers, and that's a Sentai movie. You should check it out. It's like called Kuru Ranger, or is it Kuru? I'm totally butchering the name, but it's something K Rangers 100 or something like that. 100 something. I watched the movie. I saw it on YouTube. It was pretty cool. It was an interesting idea, like where Rangers would inherit the powers of their grandparents, and then like those powers would still be around. Saban actually kind of played with this idea during a Christmas special in Zeo, where Kat and Tommy's either grandson or son was now a Power Ranger, and you know it grew in the family, and they were sitting on the chair, a rocking chair, telling their grandkids about how they were Power Rangers, and then the wife and the grandson come in the room and they got the Zordon watches on. That was kind of cute. But that's all uncanon now because, well, for one, Tommy was wearing red and the Zeo powers aren't ever used again except in the Forever Red episode. That was the last time Tommy used the Zeo powers. Adam and Tanya, Rocky, and Kat used the Zeo powers in the Super Megaforce. Yeah, so, I mean, that's all non-canon now. Which is a shame, but it was still a pretty funny episode for its day.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers!
That sounds nothing like Kim. Sounds like Aisha. Woohoo! Skipping stuff is so much fun. So you're the boss. That's right, I'm the commander of the Armada. Oh, that's right, I did a Skeletor voice. This is the guy? Their leader. Now to finish you and continue my conquest. You'll never do it, never in a million years. It's no use, you shall be defeated by my hand. The time for chit-chat is over, come get some. Enough. I'm sick of your blathering. Yes, I'll show you foolish Rangers my true power. You do that. Alright, so I chose the saber-toothed tiger, Trini, to take down the boss. And I brought back Connor because Connor is just growing on me. I really loved, Abba Ranger, so that's why Connor's here. But for the life of me, I don't remember the leader of, or the guy's, his Japanese counterpart. I don't remember his name. And I watched that series, but I can't remember his name. Those bombs are nasty. Come on, Connor, you can do it, buddy. Stay alive. Get him, Trini. Uh-oh. No, get away, Connor. You should have listened. Power daggers. Missed. So if you're actually paying attention to Trini's moves, it's the same as Yellow Megaforce Ranger. The only difference is Trini doesn't throw the power daggers. You punk! You just healed! Quit running away! Get back here! Face your death like a monster! Ow. Come on, Connor, you can do better than that, pal. That's what you get! Going down! Going down! Hold still! Stop running! Ugh. Oh! No, no, no! It's over! That's right. Eat power daggers to the face. Hold still! This one hurt me a bit. Connor takes him down! Way to go, Connor.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Alright. It's time for a Megazord battle.
Okay, level up.
Okay, level up. The pain! My Megazord will make mincemeat of you! Come and get it. Time for sweet, sweet payback. Your tyranny ends here. Go, go, Megazord! It's time for the Q-Rex Megazord. Booyah. Man, that dude's Megazord looks sweet! Man, if I had a robot, it would look like that. Ow. Ow. Why you gotta be like that, dude? Don't be hating. Oh, I totally want that move. If I had a laser beam like that, make short work of the line at Arby's. I made myself want Arby's now. Curse myself. I had a lot of Arby's when I was traveling. Final wave! It's almost done! This guy's gotta be the final boss. Come on. Ow. Almost there. Come on! Let me hit you! Ugh! There we go. It's over. Toast.
Final strike. Triple true attack.
Boom. Power Rangers. We did it! Oh yeah! Haha, looks like we win! Nope. There's another guy. Your Highness! Let us rally the troops! We shall hit them with everything we have! They should have really had the Highness as the final boss. But anyway, gamers, that concludes this episode. Join us for the finale of this game, Power Rangers Super Mega Force. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch. Don't forget to like for your favorite Ranger, and I'll see you with the finale tomorrow. God bless and happy gaming!